Hey there, sweet friends. Kyle here, and happy Friday. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope you had a lovely holiday. Today's words of wisdom are, life is the sum of your choices. So if there's something you've been struggling with, maybe this will give you a little clarity. Life is the sum of your choices. And all I can really say is, my friends, today, I didn't choose violence. I did not choose violence. So I'm living the good word. I am living the good word. Yeah, we choose love in this house most of the time. And I do apologize for my government issued nails today. It is what it is. All right, my friends, I'm super excited for this project. This is a Gemstone Orphanage project. I made this with November subscription box, which was the Plume Agate box. It was so amazing and gorgeous. So what I made is going to be kind of like a faux bangle style bracelet, but we're going to use bead stringing wire. And it does have it just has a nice open flow. It has a bunch of fun, sparkly, gorgeous beads. Guys, if you don't know about Gemstone Orphanage, it's an amazing, amazing company. The mothership company is Homestrung Jewelry, and I will, of course, link everything Gemstone Orphanage, Homestrung Jewelry related in the description box. We have a great Facebook community group where you guys can post your designs. You can come over for inspiration. They have a wonderful YouTube page where they have so many great designs, so many great videos. I have a couple tutorials over there if you want to check that out. And we just have such an amazing community of designers and jewelry makers. And it's just such a fun thing to be a part of. And I'm just so proud to see how big it's growing. And I'm ridiculously happy for the Caldwells, because it could not, they are just the best bunch of people. It could not happen to a sweeter couple than them. So we're going to do, so for the ingredients for this bracelet, we are going to have 7 of these crackle saucers, and I did go with 2 colors, I believe. I went with, well, this one looks kind of clearish. I think that's more yellow. I think I went with the yellow, and then I went with the peachy colors. We also had gray and clear. You're going to need 12 of the crystal lanterns. Yeah, there are these guys here, these smaller guys. You are going to need 6 of the crystal globes, which are these bigger guys. You're going to need 5 pearl hearts, and you're going to need 5 of the peach luster hearts. You're going to need 16 bead caps, 6 of these cool tube beads. Like, these are really decent, and they really have me thinking outside of the box, because I've never worked with these that I can remember too much. So I thought that was pretty cool. You're going to need 6 of those. Guys, you're going to need 38 jump rings. This is a jump ring heavy project. I will tell you, jump rings, and you're also going to need a whole bunch of, I didn't write the head pin count on here, but if you're going to need 38 jump rings, then you're probably going to need 38 head pins. That's just what I'm thinking. I don't know why I didn't write it on my list. About 10 inches of bead stringing wire. You guys know we're going with my favorite. This is the 19 strand from Beadalon, and this is the 0.018. You're going to need a lobster claw clasp. You're going to need 2 crimp tubes. As far as tools, you're just going to need some basic, you know what these are, rounder pliers. I don't know, but you're going to need these kind of pliers. Flat jaw, nose things. What is wrong with me in words today? Oh my goodness. I think I might have too much eggnog. It's the coquito, my friends. It's the coquito. The coquito. So, anyway, I digress. Chain nose pliers. Yes, thank you, Kyle. That was Patricia that let me know. Thank you, Patricia. You're going to need some chain nose pliers and round nose pliers. You're also going to need cutters and crimping pliers. These are my crimping pliers of choice. I like the magical crimpers. Yeah, and I think in a ruler to just measure your wire. And I think that should be enough. I hope that all made sense. So I'm going to start out by cutting myself about 10 inches of wire. So let's do that. So how was your Friday, guys? Did you get any really great Black Friday deals? I did. I tried to do our Black Friday shopping yesterday at Bargain Bee Box, but unfortunately, my PayPal Pay in 4 got denied. But it's okay. Wah, wah. It's okay. Trust me. Don't cry for me, Argentina, because your girl's got plenty of beads. Your girl's got beads. It's all right. It was worth. Listen, it was worth the gamble of the dice. And so it is what it is. You know what? This has got a little weird bend in it. Look at that. Can you see it? I'm not satisfied with that. I'm going to cut another piece. I didn't really like that bend. I didn't notice it when I was cutting it. But yeah, but I saw that they were selling out of stuff because I did try. I mean, I tried to check out. It took me a little bit to get there. And I did I put my stuff in the cart the night before, like they suggested. And I just was like, okay, you know, I'll just scoop up some door ones. If I like what I see, I'll just scoop up a couple little door busters, dust buster, door busters. And so I just scooped up a couple. I didn't even scoop up a whole bunch, just a couple. And I tried to check out at literally 8 minutes after 9. And I had to delete several things from my cart. So that was frustrating. And I love those people at Bargain Bee Box. They're so amazing. But their system's a little bit frustrating. But I hope everybody got what they wanted. I hope you all were able to get in there and get in on that because, guys, they had some fantastic deals. But that's all right. I'll get them next year. All right, so we have our 10-inch piece of wire. And I am going to crimp one end first. So I'm pull out my OG crimps. So we need our beadalons because we match our beadalon with our beadalon. We are semi-bougie that way. We do like to do matchy-matchy. So if I use the soft flex wire, then I'll use the soft flex tube. So let's pick out some 2 nice little tubes here. We're doing the bright copper. Okay. Yeah, but I did get to do a little bit of shopping because while PayPal told me no, Affirm said, go ahead. Go ahead, Carl, spend some money. So I did. I got my husband's Christmas shopping done yesterday. So I was excited about that. Oh my God, guys, I have news too. While I'm crimping this, my son got engaged. This is the news I've been trying to tell you guys that I've been not able to say. Yeah, he got engaged. So, guys, if you want to do wire guardians at the end, you certainly can. This is my bracelet. I don't particularly care for wire guardians on my jewelry. But if you were to sell this or gift, like if I were to sell this or gift it, I probably would put wire guardians on it. It just makes it just a little more professional. And you do get some abrasion. I don't wear my jewelry enough for it to, to get that kind of issue. And this is really good bead stringing wire. This is why I'm very particular and I can't. Oh my goodness, it's going to be that kind of day. This is why I'm really particular with my bead stringing wire because of the fact that I hate wire guardians. So anyway, I'm just trying to get a nice loop, a nice modest demure loop. I think that'll be fine. Okay, so we're going to see this little pliers. They have this little hole here. So what this essentially does is it squishes your tube down into a perfect little ball. So then you don't have to get one with Jesus and curse out those crimp covers rather. So we put the crimp tube in there. Make sure that is nice and in there. Which I will make sure it wasn't 100%. Okay. Make sure no metal is sticking out. I don't know why I'm struggling with this today. Okay. And then you're going to give that a little squeezy. And it should be, if the gods are with you, a little square piece. And then you'll go on to the side. If the crimping gods are smiling in your favor. And then I just kind of twist this around. Sometimes I'll take the tool off. Sometimes you're just basically forming a ball and hoping that it looks like a ball and not last night's leftover dinner turkey platter. We don't want it to look like that. And that's good. You have this perfect, nice little ball. Might not be a perfect ball, but nice enough for me. And you want to give that a little tug, and that is nice and secure. I really didn't leave myself enough beading wire to cut. I did that on purpose. Because, guys, I freak out about running out of wire. So I'm like, I don't know, is 10 inches enough for a 7.5-inch bracelet? One would think. But sometimes the tubes make it sit different. I don't know. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and we've got that. Oh, we got to make our dangles too. Let's not forget that, Kyle, because I'm going to make a couple of these dangles with you. So let's take our head pins, and some of these have bead caps, some don't. So I did not put bead caps on these little guys, but I did put bead caps on the hearts and the bigger lanterns. I did it on the hearts too, because to kind of protect this little, sometimes you have these beads that will crack a little bit if there's a point there. So the bead cap, so that little point will sit in the bead cap. So if it's a little bit cracked, you won't see it. And it also, if it's not cracked, then it keeps it from getting cracked. So it's multi-purpose. It's a multi-purpose thing. All right, so let's take one of our, sir, it's not your time yet. Do you mind? You'll get your chance. All right, man. All right, so we're going to do this little heart. So we're going to take one of these bead caps. Now, guys, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. There were bead caps. I'm pretty sure these were the bead caps that were included in the box. I ran out of bead caps, so I have some little bead caps from my stash. I kind of just mixed them in throughout. And some things like this one, because I ran out of those too. So there, oh, like this little heart, he's just got like a little... he's got a spacer bead because I ran out of bead caps. So, but it did, I just wanted something a little extra at the end. So it doesn't matter what it is. It can be whatever. It's just going to be a bohemian style, flowy, very, you know, very magical bracelet. It doesn't matter. All right. So this is what we did. We put the bead cap on first, then we put our little heart guy. And then we're just going to make simple loops, guys. You can make wrap loops if y'all want to be fancy. Go on ahead. So I'm just going to take this at the base, and I'm going to hold this bead, and I'm just going to kind of bend my tool and then bite down on those pliers, creating a bend. If you have thinner wire, you can just push it right over the bead. This is a little bit of I think this is a stainless steel wire or something. It's a little stiff. I'm going to be honest. I got this at the, I don't know where I got it. It came in a 3-pack, 3 different sizes, but it is a little stiff. It's a little rigid. So we're going to cut about to 1/4 of an inch. I will save these little scraps for future eye pins. Maybe blah, blah, blah. Maybe even for hooked on phonics. It works for me. Let me just move you guys. Why do I feel like you're crooked? There we go. Oh, maybe it was my bead mat that was crooked. I'm sorry. But yeah, so maybe for this project, because I think I'm going to make some earrings. There was no earrings included in the original making of this project. Just going to take our pliers, making sure that there's no wire sticking out at the ends, so then we don't have a funky egg. And then we'll just kind of roll. Roll your boat. Right? So we get there. That's a little funny looking, but that's okay, because we're going to come in here at the base, and we're just going to turn that back and break that neck a little bit. And then I'm going to come in with these pliers and further pretty that up. Just be careful around here that you don't crack anything. That's why I always like to make sure that I'm securely holding the bead. So this way, you know, there's less chance of fracture. All right, so let's put our next guy together. Bead cap. Oh, this was probably see, I didn't even put the right bead. This was probably the bead cap for the heart, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Not everything in life has to match. I don't care. I'm okay with being a little bit chaotic. It's my nature. I am sometimes pure chaos, and I am sometimes just little chaos, but always something. It's always something with me. All right, cutting about there. Oh, wow. That's a thicker. That's a chunker. Right? That's a little bit too much. Let's cut just a tiny smidgen. Just a smidgen or. Okay. I will not be saving that piece. That piece can go right on into the trash. I'm not that frugal, my friends. I mean, you know. Sometimes I wonder if there are means to my ends, but I'm not quite there yet to that little bit of nonsense. Okay, just fixing this guy up, being very careful because this is a crystal. Okay, great, fantastic. And now we just got this one little guy left. Let's go ahead. And he's just lonely guy. He doesn't get any little fancy trees. It's not a word, but it is now. Just be careful with this guy, because he's just a little dude. Let's not. Let's not ruin his holiday spirit. All right. Oh, that was a little short, maybe. Oh my God, get it together, Kyle. Guys, if you cut it a little too short and you think, just use the smaller end of your pliers. Wow, that's crooked like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Look at that. Look, he got lost on the way home from the party last night. He got lost from the way home from the bar. He's a little whale. That's all right. Sometimes that happens. I don't want to mess with it. To be honest, I think it's a... Look, I smashed that. I must have to. I got to fix it. I can't leave it like that. That's too ugly. I can't do it. Make sure I didn't crack the hole. Where did you go? Sometimes you just got to make sure you didn't crack the hole. Because if you did, I'll just grab another one. It might be a little... I did have some more extra of these because I was going to make some earrings. Let me just pull another one out just in case. Okay. No, I did not put that back in the bag. I almost did. I almost did, but I didn't. I almost did, but I didn't. Let me grab another headband. See, this is what Kyle beading. Kyle shows you all the mistakes that I make. I don't shy away from the mistakes. I am not perfect, and I will never, ever in my life claim to be. So, that's all right. We just move on. All right, try this again. You see what I did? Did you see what I did? Every time. Every show. Hold on, guys. Okay, friends, I'm sorry. We're back. I need to just be more mindful of where my tools are because that was a whole mess. I don't know how long I was gone for, but it felt like a really long time. All right, so we're just going to continue where we left off. I wish I had some, maybe not such stiff. These are really stiff. What is it with me and these stiff head pins lately? That's why sometimes I really just like to make my own, right? Sometimes it's just easier to just make your own. I have to like just be really mindful of where my tools are. Okay. This one has a little bit of a point on it. No, sir. Not today. Make sure that these are flush cuts. You don't want any little jagged edges. So I'm not sure what we were talking. These are really stiff. Oh my God. This month's box. Oh my God, these are so hard to. I'm glad I'm only doing one. They did come with head pins in this month's box. They were ball head pins, and they were beautiful to work with. But I used them all, so I don't have any more left. I'm just trying to save this guy. Trying to save us both some aggravation. Just being very careful. My brother-in-law is here, by the way, so if you hear ruckus, that's why. Okay, I'm just going to go with this, guys. That's bad, but that's really hard. Anyway. All right, so everybody's going to get a jump ring. This guy goes in the front here. So now we are going to assemble. And it's real simple once you have your bead stringing wire all crimped up and stuff. Let me just move you over. There we go. I don't know why it looks so crooked to me. Anyway, you guys are probably like, stop, Kyle, I'm getting seasick. I'm so sorry. All right. So first we are going to start by putting one of these crackle discs on. These are so pretty. Right? And we're just going to slide him. Make sure you slide him if you have a little like nub of wire like I do. Just make sure you just slide him right over that nub. And then we're going to put on one of our tubes. Then we're going to start our pattern. And you can put the bracelets. There's two ways you could put the bracelets together by just doing the tubes and the spacers. And then you could do the charms and then the jump rings and then put them on. But I think it's easier to have all of your charms assembled and then you can just slide them on the tube. So, oh, I guess it would help if I put those on the jump rings, wouldn't it? It probably would, Kyle. It probably would. Let me just put these on the jump rings real quick. I'm using the same jump rings, so they're already slightly opened. Listen, I don't have material. And these are also, the jump rings and the eye pins are made of the same durable materials, so that jump ring will be fine. I don't suggest reusing jump rings a whole lot, but I just barely cracked those, so they should be fine. Listen, I'm not balling like I just can't be buying materials. We're just putting a jump ring goes on every single one of our little charms that we made. They are now charms, my friends. They are now charms. They're still beads, but they're now charms. So, oh, we were talking about Black Friday. So, you guys, I don't know how you guys spent your Thanksgiving evening, but I spent mine sitting in my office with the lights off. I made a little tray of food for my so I have a possum that I feed, and I named him Polly, and he's huge, guys. When I tell you he's like straight up the size of a raccoon, I didn't know possums got that big until I moved to Tennessee. Okay, he's like raccoon size, but I feed him, and I get to see him every so often. He's really big, and he's white, or like a real light gray that he almost looks white. And he's so stinking cute. Some of y'all might think possums are not, you know, I mean, they're kind of like, some people say, oh, they're so ugly, they're cute. But I genuinely think they're cute. I don't think there's anything ugly about them. I love them. But, so I put his food, I made him a little Thanksgiving tray with, of course, possum friendly foods. And also for the raccoons, because we did have raccoons, though I haven't seen one lately. But I sat at my desk, for about an hour until he came out. He came out about 11:15, and I got to see him eat, and I was so excited. So anyway, that's what I did last night. Probably a little bit different than how you guys spent your evenings, but anyway. So now we're going to just slide on our jump rings, and the pattern I've chosen is I'm doing a little lantern crystal. Then I'm doing a heart, so I'm starting out with the pearl. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm starting out with the pearl hearts, and then next to the pearl hearts, I'm putting one of these bigger globes. And then we're going to end it with another little lantern. And then we're going to drop a spacer. And I'm alternating spacers. So this is a more peachy colored spacer. And then when you put all this down, your little charms are kind of like stuck here. But they can slide around, right? So when this is all together, you see where we're going? This will be a nice little bangly, slidey bracelet. It's going to be so much fun. All right, so we're going to put on another tube. And I didn't get any pictures of him because I didn't want to spook him. I haven't seen him in a while. And you know, he sniffed at the food and he might have licked a couple licks. Oh, yeah, I did put mine one. Okay. Make sure you put these little rondelle spacers in between each one. That kind of breaks all that up. But he like kind of snubbed the Thanksgiving food and went right for the cat food. Because I also have cat food out there because I feed the park cats, you know. And he loves cat food, so it's okay. So now with the heart on this guy, we switched over and we did the peach luster one. So we're alternating those. And then we're just dropping another spacer. Again, we're doing the more jonquil yellow. That's a fancy term for yellow, for light yellow. We're going to do another tube. Okay, and then drop on our next sequence of charms. So we got lantern, pearl heart, globe. Oh my God, Oliver just fell off my chair. You okay, buddy? He fell on the backside though, so he didn't hit the floor. I'm sorry if I'm off camera, guys. I keep looking behind me thinking the door's gonna swing open. Our next crackle bead. So yeah, guys, the Gemstone Orphanage, our next tube, just an amazing small business. They do this every other month, bi-monthly subscription box. It's just incredible. And the next box will be January, so I should be getting that. Like I said, Miss Debbie should be sending that out next week, so I'm so excited. I get to get it a little bit early so I can make designs for their YouTube channel and stuff for their unboxing. I will also put, well, I don't have November's unboxing because I'm going to be honest with you. I accidentally deleted it because I meant to save it into, like, I meant to do on YouTube where you can set up, you can schedule a video to air, and I thought I did that. And then I erased a bunch of videos and I didn't realize, but I erased it. And then I have dumped my trash in my phone. And so it was gone out somewhere out into the space. I don't know, but I don't have it. And so, Miss Debbie, if you're watching this and you're wondering why I didn't have an unboxing, because I accidentally deleted it. You know, so, but I will actually, I'll put their unboxing, I'll put a link to their unboxing this box in the description box. So if you guys want to check out the unboxing, I will put their official unboxing video in the link as well. Because it's, you have to see this box in its entirety, my friends. It's just absolutely amazing. Just every month, every other month, it's just amazing. Okay. Guy, you jumped over a little bit over there. Okay. And then we are on our last tube, my friends. The assembly is really easy. It's just, it is a little time consuming doing all the little links and stuff because there's a lot of that, but it's worth it. I promise it's worth it. And this pattern that I have and the way I have this will be about a 7.5-inch bracelet. So if you want a little bit shorter bracelet, maybe take out one link. I don't know how, let me see how much these links measure. You think I said they were about 1/2 inch? I said to myself. Well, they're about 1 inch. So if you want like a 6.5-inch bracelet, then I would maybe take one of these out. You can go ahead and slide that back in. It'll go just right under all those jump rings. There we go. Right. Or you could take out, maybe put smaller beads in between. But I think these crackle beads look so pretty. So this is what we have. So now we are ready to crimp this side. So again, we're putting our crimp tube on. And I did always look how much wire I cut that I didn't need to cut. Oh, I found some wire on Amazon when I was ordering my husband's presents yesterday. I found some wire, so I put that in my cart as well. So a little something for him, a little something for me. It is what it is. Right? Put that on there. And then you're going to grab this bottom wire and this top wire, and you're just going to pull all that together. It's just going to pull nice right together. Okay? Don't lose your loop. Don't do that. I didn't put anything on the end, right? No, just that. Okay. So now we got to figure out our loop, making sure all this is nice and you kind of want to give it that test, make sure it's nice and flexible. It is. And now we're going to, about the loop, size loop we want here. Oh my goodness, I forgot how slippery this was. Okay. I forgot how slippery this was because of those tubes. They can be a little tricksters. Just make sure you're holding all that together. I want a little bit smaller loop than that. This is just a finicky part. I'm sorry, guys. I know a little bit of a... I had to make sure it's exactly the size I want. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and crimp that side. Making sure that's placed in there, because if it's not placed in there nice, then it won't crimp nice. It'll crimp like weird. Okay. We have our little boxy shape. And then we're going on to the side, and we're just going to crimp around, making a ball. Oh my goodness. I don't know what happened here. See, it got so loose on me. I don't know. I think I might have ruined it. Ugh. Hold on, guys. Let me fix this real quick. All right, friends. I am sorry, but I had to restring. I had to restring it. So let me just... I just got done crimping this end. Guys, I also... Listen. I know I just talked a whole bunch of smack about wire guardians. And here I am. I put one on there. Because I remembered that I had these really nice ones from the Gemstone Orphanage, and they're not pokey. Because the main reason I don't like them is because I have cheaper ones and they're kind of pokey. But these are really nice and smooth and not pokey at all. But I will tell you why I did that, friends. Because I am struggling, and I did something I know you guys will probably appreciate. Is I did this. I just have to pull everything down. I did this design on the actual strand. I have, obviously you can see all this bead string and wire. Where are you? Oh my God. So sometimes I have people like, why don't you just work off the strand? And I'm always like, you know what? That's a really good idea. I just forget sometimes. But I did it this time. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it now. So you want to cut about, I want to give myself a decent tail. That's probably don't need that much, but. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our crimp tube on. And then we're going to put this wire guardian on. So this is basically like a little horseshoe. And you put one strand, you put the beading wire, in one end. And then you just bring that down. And then you go ahead and you put it in through the other end. Okay. And then you want to put that through the crimp tube. And then I also like to put it, maybe that was my problem. Did I not put it through the other bead? Maybe that's why it was such a funky crimp. So I'm also going to put it through this first bead here, right? Maybe, I don't remember if I did that or not. Grab the tail and just pull the tail and all your work will come down. And see, now we don't have to guess. We don't have to guess at the loop because the one good thing about, there's a lot of good things about wire guardians. Don't get me wrong. They do help protect your wire. But they also help you with spacing. So if you're not sure, if you don't want, see, my problem was I was messing around with because I wanted the loops to be the same size. If you put a wire guardian in there, this will help with that issue. This will help make sure your loops are the same size. So this should be a lot easier for me to crimp now. I can tell you that. All right. So I'm holding on to this wire here. And it took me a minute to get there. And here's the other thing. You can pull, because these tubes are slippery. You can pull this down. And since now I have this wire guardian here, I know it's not really going to, like the loop is not going to slip through. I can pull it down tight and hold on to it because of this, So they really do come in handy for some things, I will say. Listen, I call it like I see it. If I think an OG needs a shout out, then I'm going to shout it out. And I'm shouting out the crimp tubes. The wire guardian. All right. So same deals before. Now, guys, just make sure you are not, you don't have any of the, I just pulled that whole thing in there. Oh, I'm still having the same issue. It's slippery, my friends. It's just slippery. That's what it is. Just slippery, but I want to give myself a little bit of room in here. Okay, you just really have to have octopus hands at this point. And I'm trying not to get those. I'm trying to make sure it's in there centered because I don't want a funky shape, but I also don't want to get my little wire guardians because that would suck. Give them a little bit of space. Give them a little bit. I think that's good. Just do it, Carl. Just make a decision and stick with it. And that wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Here's the tricky part. Okay. Making sure we are not crunching down on that wire guardian. Perfect. Okay. And just doing our little spinny handy do. Spin around. Spin it. Spin it. Oh, that's a little flat. Somehow flattened it a little bit. That's okay. We'll fix it. Oh, good. Perfect. Okay. I think we can let go of that now. Hey, that's Uncle Eddie. Hold on a second, guys. Danny. It's okay. It's Uncle Eddie. Yeah. I know you haven't seen Uncle Eddie in a while. I know. I'm sorry. Guys. She hasn't seen Uncle Eddie in a while. She's like, I know, stranger danger. Okay, check on that. That's nice and secure. We're just going to go ahead and cut. Okay. So there we have our bangle bracelet, and now we just have to add our hardware. So I have a jump ring. I have 2 jump rings. I have a lobster clasp, and I have 2 hearts. I have one of each color, again with the bead caps, in the all the fancy trees. All the fancy trees. Here we go. Okay. One side we're just going to put on our lobster clasp. We're going to take this. We're going to insert this around there. We are going to drop our drop on first. Oh, sorry, guys. Oh, my goodness. Was I out of frame? I apologize. I was looking behind me. Drop our drop on first because we want to keep that on the inside, on the outside here. And then we're going to put our lobster. Okay. We're just going to go ahead and close that jump ring. You guys have lots of leftovers from Thanksgiving? We have a whole I don't know why we made so much food. It's just the two of us, but I love to cook, so. And my husband loves to cook, and everything was delicious. Except for my cheesecake. I had a minor malfunction with the cheesecake. There was a part where you had to leave you turned it off after cooking it for an hour or whatever, and then you had to turn the oven off and leave the door cracked, and we did that, except we forgot to turn the oven off, and so it cooked for an extra hour. With the oven door open a crack. So it got a little dried out, but it was still edible. At least I had a piece for breakfast this morning with some whipped cream, and it was delicious. Miss, we have company. Oh my, excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. Oh my goodness. Hi, Uncle Eddie. Hi. Hello. Sorry. She forgot who you were because you don't ever come and visit us. I'm in the middle of a video. How you doing?
Hi.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Same to you.
How was
fun?
How was your Thanksgiving?
It was all right. Yeah. I cooked dinner.
Yeah?
I'm still alive. So,
one of these years we're going to have Thanksgiving together before we move.
Yeah, that'll probably be fun.
I would like that.
Yeah.
We did that. Well, I hate where I live, so I don't want to.
I am so sorry about that, guys. I forgot to hit pause. So, fortunately, he didn't say any bad words. So, anyway, so we're just going to go ahead and close this up here. I might have to close up my door. Thank goodness we're almost done. I did want to make earrings. So I'll probably just make the earrings in a minute. And I'll just connect the two videos together. So this way. Yeah. So there we are, my friends. We are all done. Let me go ahead and try this on so you guys can see how much fun it is. And like I said, let me first see. It should be about 7.5 inches. I might have added a little extra now with the wire guardians. I'm not sure. No, we're still sitting at exactly 7.5 inches. So I think it's a nice bangle length. Like my wrist is about 6 3/4 to 7 inches, depending on how much water I've taken on that day. Because I'm like the Titanic, and I take on water like nobody's business. Sorry about that, guys. I'm trying to, let me just raise you a minute so I can try this bracelet on here. But yeah, so, but it's a really good length for a, there we go. It's like a great, comes down the hand just a little bit, slides up the wrist, and it's just such playful movement. Like it's everywhere you move it. Just, you got a little bit of sparkle, you know, and they just kind of slide around, and it's just a lot of fun. So yeah, we're going to make some earrings to go with this real quick. I'm just going to go close my door real fast. All right, my friends, we are back. We're going to make some earrings, and we're just going to ignore the chatter in the background. Here's my old piece of stringing wire. I have to make sure I have to keep that aside that Mike doesn't get it. This has been real informal today. Oh, there's that little guy that cracked. Remember him? I'll put him somewhere sweet because there is no bead left behind in my house, my friends. All right, so now originally I had these two hearts in the bracelet. Let me lower you back down a little bit. I had these two in the bracelet. Look, I'm wearing it still. And I said, you know what? These could make a really cute pair of earrings. So let's just do that. So I pulled out beads from the thing that I still had some of these left. So I do have two of these peachy color ones. So we're going to put those aside. And then I do have some crystals. And I was also looking, I think I'm going to do, I know this is awfully monotone, isn't it? But I only have one of the yellow and I have one of the white. So I don't know. It's going to be a little monotone, but I'm okay with it because I love that colorway. So we're probably going to do a little stacking situation here. Maybe. I don't know. We'll put it aside. Now, I was looking at my spacer beads, and I have these are just too red copper, and I think they're just too big. So, and then I also have some rose gold ones in here that I think are really pretty. These are my favorite spacers. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of them. These are from Bargain Bee Box, and I just like, when I see these on sale, I just buy like a bunch of bags and I put them all together. However, we have some, these are crimp beads that were in the subscription box because we also got Coriana chain. Guys, these make great little baby spacers for earrings. I will use crimp beads sometimes for spacers, especially for earrings. I don't know how many we're going to need, so we'll just throw a couple out there. So let's see. And the one thing I will tell you is I don't have any eye pins, but that in this colorway, but that's okay because we have head pins, and where there is a head pin, there can be an eye pin. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to take our eye pins. And I'm just going to make one with you, and then I'll make the other one because I don't want to keep you guys too long. So we just need to snip off the head. Off with her head. There she goes. There you go. And now we're just going to turn a loop. Let's use our little pliers here. And we're just going to go and turn a loop. So basically, make sure that's flush. That's not as flush as I would like. There we go. You're just going to go ahead like you would turn a loop. This is how I make eye pins. Everybody makes them differently. Again, this is a really hard wire, so I will just turn a loop until that comes around the other side. It'll look like this weird little P shape. But then I'll put my tool back in there, and I'll hold the wire here. And I'll just rock it back a little bit, and that's breaking the neck, and that was a really bad, that's an ugly eye pin. Break that neck a little bit. Do what you have to do. Fix it up. We made it beautiful again, so it's okay. I'll show you in a second. And now that's just a beautiful little eye pin. I fixed it. Made it nice. Okay. So yeah. So there we go. So we're just going to go ahead and open it. Because I like to load up my eye pins with whatever I'm putting on there. And these guys already have their jump ring. I could take the jump ring off if I wanted to. Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I will take this jump ring off. I don't think I need the jump ring. That would be like, you could leave the jump ring on there if you want it like maximum dangle, like so. But I don't think I'll need that. So we're just gonna pop that off. All right, and then we're just gonna pop that on here. Pop, pop, pop. There she goes. Pop that on there. Oh my goodness, I did not open it enough, my friends. That's a little baby loop too, so just watch those baby loops. Oh my goodness. My friend, you look like you're okay. It was the way I was putting it on. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. We're just going to close that back up. Pop, pop. So that's nice and closed. And then we're going to stack. So I think what we're going to do is maybe throw on one of these little guys. And hopefully they fit on this wire. They should. Throw on one of these little guys. And then I'm going to throw on a bigger dude. We're going to do another, crimp bead. And guys, I don't use a lot of crimp beads. I am mostly a crimp tube person. So I don't mind getting crimp beads because, like I said, I will use them for spacers. And they make great spacers in earrings because they're delicate and they're small. And they don't weigh anything. So there we go. And see how everything is just kind of spaced out. It's nice and elegant. That is looking really cute. And then I think we're just going to, this is really thick wire. If this wasn't so thick, I would probably do a wrap loop at the top. I mean, I can try to do a wrap loop. I don't know how it's going to go. It's really stiff. I'm just going to do a simple loop. So I'm just going to put my pliers in here. And I want to go the same. It doesn't really matter because this is going to twist and turn. But if you have something down here that's not going to twist and turn, then, you know, just make sure your loops are all going the same way. Oh, you know what? I didn't bring ear wires over. Oh, it's okay. But I'm going to do these loops going in the same direction just because I kind of like that look. And the ear wire will go, and the ear wire goes this way. So these will go this way. So it'll look good. Okay. So we're just going to go ahead. We're holding all of this, biting down and creating that bend. Sometimes, guys, make sure your loops are still loops. Because sometimes, depending on the wire, now this is really stiff wire, but sometimes if you have a thinner wire and sometimes this loop will come undone a little bit, so you just have to watch that. Okay. Now we got to go ahead and cut. That's a little bit longer than I'd like. Let me just shave a little tiny bit off. There we go. Then we're going to go ahead and turn this loop. And it kind of went a little... I'm making a bigger loop up here because I want it to be pretty. For some reason, my little small loops are not coming out very pretty on this wire. I don't understand why. It's a struggle sometimes, my friends. It's a struggle. All right, sorry about them being so loud. And look, see, I changed the direction of my wire. It changed the direction anyway. Sometimes that'll happen. It doesn't have to be in a certain direction. It's just a regular design, so I'm just going to leave that. That's fine. Let's do the next one. We're going to just do this a little bit more. Oh, wait, that's right. I said I was going to do this off camera. Okay, give me a second. All right, my friends, I went and I pulled out an ear wire. I just got one of these simple little ear wires with the ball. You know, I love these. And since this doesn't really matter what direction it goes, I just slide that in there. And then I will come over here. Oh, that's right. I do use these pliers. Sorry. My OCD has me using certain pliers for certain things. And I'll just come in here and I'll just gently close that down. And then I do this to make sure it's all straight. And there we go, my friends. There's the earrings we just made together. Super cute. I don't know if I love the white and the peach. I might just go back and take one of the peach ones off of the end of this one and replace it with the white so they match. But, I mean, it's kind of fun and playful, right? So, yeah, that was a good time. And I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed that, my friends. I hope you're having a beautiful Friday. I hope you have an amazing weekend. And I hope you're out there planting your magical beans. Until we meet again, my friends. Bye.